So I want to do some testing on EURGBP. If we just head over to my backtesting journal a minute and have a look, we've only tested at the moment 2025. We've got 31st of December 24 and the rest is 2025. And if we come over to the dashboard, EURGBP is currently giving us a 50% win rate for 2025. So I want to see what the results are like for 2024. And I also want to show you the strategy that I'm using to test and trade live effectively. So what we're looking for is a breaker structure, or a break past these fractal points. I'm actually using a fractal indicator. I'm using this just to show you guys and make it as mechanical as I possibly can. So I'm waiting for a moving average cross, a break of structure, and then I'm entering at the 61.8%. That is the sweet spot that I found in my testing between getting into trades and not missing out on too many and the break evens and everything. That is where I'm at the moment. So let's just start stepping through here. So you can see here, we've actually got a breaker structure. Here is our fractal point. So let me just, I'm going to put a line there. So that's our breaker structure there. This is our structure point because we've got a red dot. We've broken that structure point. So what I'm actually going to do in this case, this is pretty aggressive really, to be fair. I'm actually going to put a trade on here, on at 61%, just so you guys, and then what I look to do is to take it to the negative 27, which gives me a 2.34. If you line it up exact, it gives you a 2.34 to 1 risk to reward. So let's just keep stepping through there. So it's triggered the trade. Oh, it's actually gone straight to take profit on that trade. So that's what we're looking for. We've got our moving average cross. We've got our break of structure below our fractal point or our fractal indicator here. Enter at the 61.8 and take it to the negative 27. Now what I do here on TradingView, I mark the entry and I'll just set that to a 2.34 win. So at the end of the day, I can go through, count up the wins, count up the losses, and then go back and actually put this in my spreadsheet. So that's as simple as the strategy is. So let's just keep stepping through. I wouldn't enter anything off here because we haven't got a moving average cross. And the moving average cross is actually giving us the entry for, it's trying to get me in at the beginning of a trend effectively. So the moving average cross, I mean, you've got a moving average cross here, whether that would have triggered, you've got a moving average cross here, and they quite often come back to around the 61% after a cross. It's actually giving me really good results at the moment. So let's just keep stepping through. Right, so we haven't got a breaker structure there. Okay, so we've got a breaker structure there. Moving average cross. I'm actually going to go from there just to make it a little bit, that's kind of the top of that fractal point. So let's just step through and it's hit our take profit and it's not come back here. So I'm not actually going to take that trade. I'm going to delete that trade because it hadn't triggered. So we've got, we haven't quite got a moving average cross there. There's our fractal point. I'm not worried about a close above there. I'm just literally going to take it from there to there. It's already triggered actually, or it would have already triggered in a live environment. Obviously, you've got to remember, this is the 4-hour chart, okay? So you're going to have plenty of time. Once you see this pulling back, you can set your limit order. Right, okay, so that's hit our 30%, which is where I set the trade at break even. Okay, so it keeps you out of a lot of losing trades. It does keep you out of some winning trades, but generally speaking, it keeps you out of a lot of losing trades. There's our entry. In fact, our entry is there. We're going to set this to break even, which I set as a dotted line. And then we're just going to keep moving on. So this trade here, that has broken our fractal point. Let's move this over here. That has broken our fractal indicator, which is here. So we've got a breaker structure. We've got a moving average cross. I'm going to put it at the bottom of this swing here. And then I'm just going to keep, there we go. So that one's a loss. Okay, so this is as simple as this gets. I'm not going to take this one because we haven't really got a breaker structure. We've got kind of a bit of, right, I would have taken this because we've got a breaker structure. So I'm just going to mark this up just so that I'm not manipulating anything. In fact, what we can do is, there's our entry there. Just going to set that as a loss. Okay, so this is a sell. There's our entry there. As I say, we've just missed. Let's leave that off for a minute until we know what it's doing. So it stopped us out there. It hasn't quite gone to break even here. So it's a loss. Okay. This moved a little bit quick. But if you look at that, in fact, if we go down to the hour, you'll be able to see it a lot better. This is our move. We've broken structure. It's come back up. We've got an entry, and then it's come and hit our take profit. Okay. So I'm going to mark that as a win just because I want to try and keep everything. It just moved a little bit quick and I couldn't actually get into that trade. Just going a bit sideways here. Right, here we go. So we're going to take this one here. So we're at break even. And that stopped us out because we're back here. So what we've got here, the trade triggered here. It's gone down. It's just kept us in the trade. It's gone up to the 30%, which is our break even, and then it's taken us back out at zero. So that's our break even trade. So here we are, breaker structure. Okay, let's just step through this one. Right, that's gone way past, so we're not going to do anything with that. I mean, I'm not going to enter this one now. That would have been there. That was our swing point, breaker structure, entry. But as I say, I missed that one. We've got another entry here. Oh no, we haven't, because we haven't got a moving average cross. But that would have been another trade. But that's a slightly different strategy, so I'm not going to enter that. Potentially there would have been something in here. Right, there's our swing, breaker structure, moving average cross. As I say, we're already in this trade because it's down here. I mean, if this happened in a live scenario, you could just do a market execution on that, get better risk to reward. I mean, there's the prices there. and if you do the same, that's a 3.55 to 1. So that's a break even. Was our entry is there. Right, we've got a cross here. There's our trade. As I say, I keep moving a little bit too quick and it's already triggered effectively. But like I say, in a live environment, you're going to have a lot more time. Each one of these candles is 4 hours. So that's a loss. Stop that a minute. Didn't want to step through. There's nothing there. That you're kind of in this consolidation here. I wouldn't have taken that sell because you're in the consolidation. Wouldn't have taken this buy because we didn't break structure. Haven't got a cross here. So there's nothing there that we've missed. Okay. So I've missed this one already, but we're going to take this on a buy. There's our entry. Okay. That's actually a break even. Entry, 30%, back to entry. So that's a break even. Okay, so we've got our breaker structure, we've got our moving average cross. Again, it's just tapped entry there. I keep doing that in testing. So that's to there. So we've already triggered. Okay, so that is a win. I want to see a break. This is just kind of messy, just going sideways. Again, I was a little bit late to the party. There's our cross, break of structure up to here. It's triggered. It's actually hit our break even. Well, it's actually hit our 30%. So it's set it to break even, then it's come back to entry. So again, that is a break even trade. So we've got looking at this here. Okay. Again, that's a break-even trade. Got our entry here, 30% break-even. And as you can see, that saved us from that loss. Could potentially have looked at this. I don't know if it came back. Didn't quite enter anyway. So not sure, this hasn't broken structure here. Technically could have taken that. Just looked a bit choppy. So, although this is kind of right on top of Christmas, and there we are. That's kind of the end of the year. This is one recorded in next year. So let's just come back. Let's have a little look. So 28th, that was the 2nd of Jan. So we've got 1, 2, 3. This is on to next year. That's next year. And that was already recorded. So basically this here. So 1, 2, 3. 3 wins at 2.34. Okay. So let me just get my calculator. 3 times 2.34 equals, that's a 7R. 1, 2, 3, 4 losses minus 4. So it's 3R. We're up 3R. As you can see, we've got 4 losses, 3 wins. Not a particularly brilliant year, but we're still in profit. Okay. I mean, again, in a live environment, there might be a couple more trades. There might be some that we've missed, but that's basically what I do in my backtesting. What I'll do now is take all of this data, put it in my spreadsheet, and then that adds to the data that I've already got in here. As you can see, we've got 308 trades in there at the moment. Obviously, we'll add those in. Average win rate, 44%. What do we have on this one, actually? So you can't really tell off of this amount of trades, but January 24, 1, 2, 3 wins and 4 losses. So it's basically 42% win rate, 42.8, which again, off of 7 trades, you really can't tell. But anyway, that's where we're up to. That's what I just wanted to show you, my strategy, my backtesting and all the rest of it. There's not particularly loads going on for 2024 for EURGBP, but we'll do some other videos, some other testing. Let me know if you like this kind of video, if it's helpful. You can literally grab yourself a copy of TradingView and go and test this strategy for yourself and just see what the results are, because so far my results have been phenomenal. As you can see, we've got 44% win rate, 0.89 R win for basically every trade averaged out. Total R gain 272 over 308 trades. So anyway, that's where we're up to. Let me know in the comments if you like this style of video, if you want to see more on my strategy, if you want to see more back testing or whatever. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you want to see more of these videos, and I will talk to you in another video real soon. Take care.